Oh, boy. Disgraceful. Fiji's lawyer said for firing the chief. Back up. And can they go to the Lincoln Ware show? Did you figure that out yet? What? 1230 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. And we're back up running on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to go to YouTube, just go to thebuzzcincy.com, and then you can just click on YouTube right there. Thebuzzcincy.com. Go there and click on YouTube. And, boy, the police chief's lawyer is fired up. He's mad. And he says it's disgraceful. And he vows to get justice. Okay. Yeah, he's going to get justice for Terry Fiji. Today is a sad day for the city of Cincinnati. And he says its leaders have taken the shameful step of dismissing one of its most accomplished and beloved public servants for no legitimate reason. They know their phony excuses for this is disgraceful action and entirely false, but still chose to put this black mark on our great city. Yeah. Even the president of the FOP, Ken Cobra, called Fiji's firing unjust. Yeah, this is the latest example of poor decision made by the city manager that is likely going to cost the taxpayers millions. The FOP president said, I look forward to seeing Chief Fiji fight this unjust termination. Yeah. So there you have it. I saw the chief and her granddaughter just the other night down at the Aeronaut. Saw her and her granddaughter, and they were down there to see the play Water for the Elephants, which was pretty good. Pretty good. Well, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I tell you, it was pretty good. Pretty good. And I saw her down there with her daughter and granddaughter, with her granddaughter, and the granddaughter looking forward to going to see some plays in New York. They love plays. That's why they were there and all. But she knew something was coming down real soon. She said Friday it was probably coming down, but it happened a day early, Thursday. But, man, yeah, this will end up in court, just like Chief Washington ended up in court. And there you have it. It's over and done with. Well, it's not over and done with, but as far as her firing, that's it. She's gone. Now, will the interim chief become the permanent chief? I haven't heard any bad things about the current chief. Everybody seems to like him also. So, I don't know. After a weekend of scorched earth infighting, the running mate of a long-shot Republican candidate for governor apparently ended their campaign by resigning from the race. The Secretary of State's office confirmed that votes for Republican gubernatorial candidate Heather Hill could not count for the May primary. Hill, a former Morgan County School Board member, spent the weekend feuding with her now former running mate, Stuart Moats. She accused him of using a racial slur and derogatory language. Boy. He accused her of lying about another candidate's religion. Jeez. And Hill said she would replace Moats on the ballot, but Ohio law doesn't allow a candidate to withdraw this close to the primary unless they are dead, which Moats is not. Yeah. So, man. Heather Hill is a black female, whether you knew that or not. Heather Hill is a black female. And Moats, I'm not sure if Moats is white. I don't know. But Moats did, however, have the power to drive the nail into the coffin of Hill's campaign by withdrawing from the race. Votes for the Hill-Moats ticket won't count in the Republican primary. So, donning a cowboy hat, Moats shared in an April 22nd video that he was standing outside the Ohio Secretary of State's office with an official letter of resignation from the 2026 race. Hidey-ho, Ohio, Moats stated. He titled on his Facebook post, "Lying, Heather Hill's bid for the official governor has ended." Okay, so he sounds like he's a white guy, and she picked him as her running mate, and the whiteness in him came out. That's what it looks like. Yes, he is a white guy. I see his picture now. And, I don't know. He looks like one of those good old boys to me. That's what he looks like to me. But the one black candidate running for governor looks like her little short term as a candidate might be over real quick. Unbelievable. All right, 513-749-1230. Hey, John, how are you?
Doing well, Lincoln. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Good. I just wanted to I asked a question first. What is your take on what's happening with the chief? Do you think she should have been fired, or what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't see where she was not effective. I think she was as effective as she could be. I don't think the chief we have now is any more effective than she was.
Yeah, that's my take. And I guess my comment would be I was just kind of curious of the process because in the last 10 years, Cincinnati has had 4 police chiefs.
Yeah.
And that's just a little bit over 2 years of tenure. So there may be something wrong with the process.
Yeah. Well,
that's all. I was just kind of curious about that.
When you say the process, what process are you talking about?
That's just it. I don't know what the process is. I know you guys were talking about whether it should be, the chief should be hired by the city manager or council.
If the process were different, the city
manager obviously isn't making good decisions.
If the process was different, I guess council would have to have the final say-so on whether Fiji would be fired. And you'd have to get, a majority of council, and that would be that. So I don't know whether I don't know if I like the fact that it's in the council's hand. It's just too many people with their fingers in somebody's employment. I do believe. I just think it's too many fingers in there.
That could be true. I was just kind of curious. I was looking at because you got less than 2 years, almost a little less than 2 years of tenure. that says that something's going on there. So just a comment and a thought.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, I'm sure there'll be a lawsuit following this,
No
and
doubt.
we'll see what happens.
Thanks a lot, Link. Have
All
a
right.
good day, man.
Thanks for your call. And did Blackwell sue the city? I'm trying to. Was there any lawsuit from Blackwell? As I can recall, I don't know if there was or not. Was there a lawsuit from Blackwell? Did they settle with him or something? I can't recall. I do know it was so much stress on him, he ended up having a stroke after he left here. I do know that. But I can't recall if he filed a lawsuit against the city or not. But you can guarantee there's going to be a lawsuit from Chief Fiji. Yeah. And once a chief, always a chief. So we'll still call her Chief. Just like Sergeant Crowell, he's still Sergeant Crowell, no matter how he tries to run away from it. He's still Sergeant Crowell. All right. So we want to get your comments on the chief. You thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think about it? Did the mayor have something to do with it? Was it all the city manager? Do you think she's going to sue? How much you think she should get? I mean, all that stuff is up in the air. And people are, somebody said the mayor is going to cancel Ware and the mayor if you keep saying he was behind it all. Now, I just think, believe me, his voice was heard. He just did not say anything about it. He's not going to tell me or you that he had something to do with it. But I just find it hard to believe any mayor would not have some words about the chief if this thing happened. I don't know. Let's take a break. We'll come back. News coming up, 12:30, The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Police are investigating a Wednesday shooting in Avondale. Reports say that a man shot at a location on Reading Road showed up at a local hospital for care a little after 5:30. The victim's injuries are described as non-life-threatening. A man charged in the stabbing of a Butler County Sheriff's deputy is pleading guilty. The incident happened February 5th in Madison Township. Reports say that Philip Lovely set fire to a car and that while the deputy was directing traffic around the scene, Lovely came up behind him and said, "This is your unlucky day," and stabbed the officer in the back. Lovely has pleaded guilty to charges, including attempted aggravated murder, and will be sentenced at a later date. A suspect is in custody after an overnight stabbing incident in Evanston. The incident happened shortly after midnight at a location on Holloway Court. The victim was last reported hospitalized in stable condition. Bond is being set at $1 million for a Claremont County man accused of raping young girls. Prosecutors say there were two victims and that they were between the ages of 12 and 14 when the abuse started. John Varney is accused of raping his victims multiple times in his home. I'm Heather Pasco, and 1230, The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
If you need to talk about it, we're here. 1230 AM WDBZ, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, The Lincoln Ware Show. And, they tore down the east wing of the White House. And the contract governing Donald Trump's $400 million White House ballroom project is going to keep the names of the donors secret. And it excludes a review for conflicts of interest. See, these folks, they think they're gangsters. That was a gangster move by Donald Trump. When anybody knew anything, the bulldozers were up tearing it down. He said, taxpayers are not paying for it. We got donors. Now, They're wondering if those donors are going to get something for their donation. Is there a conflict of interest in some of these donors? Could some big oil people be donors? Look at what's happening. Maybe he's paying these donors off, blocking the Strait of Hormuz. We need to know who these donors are. Yeah. We need to know who these donors are. Trump argued that neither Congress nor the courts should interfere with the project because it is being privately funded. Yeah. The National Capital Planning Commission. Guess who's in charge of the National Planning Commission? Donald Trump. Yeah. They approved the project. And Donald Trump is leading the commission. How crooked are these people? How crooked are these people? It's just unbelievable at how they are ripping this country off day in and day out. It's a ripoff, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's just nothing we can do about it. But let it happen. I guess on Election Day, we might be able to do something. You got some cuts for me over there, Terrence Howard. Oh, yeah, by the way, I want to thank Kevin Aldridge for filling in for me. Appreciate Kevin Aldridge. Always on the scene. He didn't threaten to beat anybody up, did he? He didn't threaten to take Twin in the ring, did he?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we didn't have any flare-ups there. No one upset Kevin yesterday, huh?
No, the pastor was
okay,
doing God's work yesterday.
He was doing God's work like a preacher in the pulpit on the pastor's anniversary. Yes. Oh, boy. Unbelievable. Yes. The pastor's anniversary. That white envelope right there, put the pastor a little bit of blessing in that envelope. It's his anniversary. And we need those donations today. Part of it will go in the building fund, which we've been building for 30 years. And we're almost coming to the end. So go ahead and open that envelope, reach in those jeans, and pull out that green. Hallelujah. Yes. All right. Okay. That little feeble message there.
Now, I do have a clip, but I wanted you to hear it first because certain things were said that I wasn't sure could be aired. I wasn't 100% sure about it.
I think it's okay.
I think you
I need to hear it.
First.
Okay.
You
Okay.
gotta hear it first.
All right. I'll listen to it first.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know. Was it some words or?
Of course, it's words.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm talking about. Was it? Bad words.
Like the B word.
Okay.
Black B was said.
Oh.
And let's see. Take it. You gotta hear it. You gotta.
I mean, the FCC. You can say the B word.
Okay.
You can say the B word. So you're okay there. But
okay. So basically, Laura Loomer, who's a right-wing influencer, and Candace Owens, who's also a right-wing influencer. She's black. I don't know if you ever heard of her, but there's another civil war going on between two MAGA folks.
Oh boy!
And it's just it's
the MAGA folks are fighting.
It's very bad. I can play it for you real quick.
Let's hear.
Candace Owens is just one resentful ghetto black bitch. Like, that's literally what she is. She's a racist too. Like, you could listen to this, and I'm not a racist person, right? Like, I don't hate black people, but I say she's a ghetto black bitch because you have to listen to the way that she has so much resentment for white girls, like white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I'm originally a blonde too. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? Maybe that's why Candace has so much resentment towards me. But listen to the way that she describes how traumatizing it was for her to go on a play date as a young black girl in Connecticut at the home of a wealthy white blonde girl with blue eyes. And she really sees Erica Kirk as that white blonde girl that got everything that she wanted while her mommy and daddy didn't love her. I'm not afraid of Candace Owens. There's really honestly nothing that this woman can do to me. There's nothing that Candace Owens can say about me that's going to harm me. Candace Owens is a liar, okay? And she's a deeply insecure woman who is very unloved at the end of the day. This is a woman who is allegedly in a relationship with a gay man who is always going to feel the rejection of her family, the rejection of her mother, the rejection of her family that she claims left her alone when she was 14 years old, right, to fend for herself. This is a girl whose parents gave up on her at a very young age, and she is not loved. And as I said, God hates you, Candace. God hates you.
Oh, boy.
Your husband hates you. Humanity hates you. Everybody who loved Charlie Kirk hates you. Your children are 100% going to hate you. And if what Milo is saying about your husband allegedly getting plunged in the ass by other men is true, your husband, the person that you're supposed to grow old and died with, hates you, Candace. So just, if there's one thing that you need to do, Candace, you need to just internalize how hated you are.
Jeez.
Yeah, and they're both MAGA folks. But like I said, Candace Owens, she's
Yeah, I know
black.
Candace Owens. Yeah, Candace Owens. Man, she let her have it. Boy, everybody hates her. I mean, jeez. Her children, her husband.
I think this MAGA folks, they don't like black people.
No, they
period.
don't. They don't. And why why black people even want to call themselves MAGA is beyond me. They don't like black folks. DeSantis, he's MAGA. He's ending DEI in the cities in Florida. Signing legislation, signing it in the law to end DEI. These folks are not for you. And when black folks realize that, I think they'll jump off the Trump bandwagon. Why they're still on there, I just don't know.
I wonder what Suitcase thinks about that DEI legislation.
Well, the IRS is going to get them. Let's go to Stefan. Stefan, how are you today?
I'm doing all right, Brother Lincoln. Man, I ain't talked to you in a while, man.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you've been down to Pyatt Park, right?
Yeah?
Well, the city has leased Pyatt Park to 3CDC. So they're gonna fix it up. Now the homeless people are mad. You know, they drop food off there. They feed the homeless on the weekend over there at Pyatt Park. And apparently they're leaving paper and uneaten food, and rats are coming around there and everything like that. That's what's being said. They deny it. But anyway, 3CDC is going to take over Pyatt Park and fix it up and do what 3CDC does. They fix things up.
Oh, but Lincoln, they fix things up and push people out.
So you think they're going to push the homeless out when they fix it up?
Right. Lincoln, what happened to Washington Park, brother? They pushed them out.
I still see anybody can go to Washington Park.
Listen to me. I understand that logic, Brother Lincoln, but when they came to Washington Park and they was drinking in the park, all of a sudden they got a bar in the park. They pushed the people out.
Controlled drinking. You can't just walk around with open flask and brown paper bag, drinking, getting drunk. And I mean, come on. Yeah, they have.
You can do that now, Lincoln. They got Dora, Lincoln. You can do that now. You can walk around in that door.
That's at the bank. You can't walk around in Washington Park with your beer, I don't think. You have to stay in that little area, don't you? I don't know.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You can walk around. You can walk around.
But any homeless person can walk through Washington Park. There's no fence there. They don't check your ID, find out if you're homeless or not. You can be home. You can take your little cart roll it right through Washington Park.
I didn't say you couldn't do that. I'm just saying what they do. They push people out in the neighborhood. They use state dollars, federal dollars, county dollars, people's money to push you out of your own neighborhood.
And speaking of Washington Park, I'll be down there this coming Saturday for Center for Closing the Health Gaps big event. I'll be down there, I think, from 11 to 1. I think I'm supposed to be on the stage down there, 11 to 1, I believe.
Get it all in, Brother Lincoln. Get it all in.
So come on down. Yes.
Get it all in. But, Brother Lincoln, you said they got the science going on, right? putting up the work they allegedly supposed to be doing. What Kevin Aldrich, Reverend Kevin Aldrich from the Inquirer, what did he say? He said they got that off Joe Biden when he did the same thing.
What? When he did what?
When he's talking about the bridge getting fixed up.
Oh,
he
yeah.
He put the signs up. Okay. But Lincoln, if they copycat is doing what they doing, they ain't doing that for real, Lincoln. But they giving what Kevin Aldrich said on debate. He said they spend the general fund and replace the general fund with the railroad fund.
Well, they can't do that. They can't do that.
It's a way to do it, Lincoln.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure that. Yeah, I'm sure. But I think they got some Republicans are looking at every penny where that money's going to make sure they don't violate the law and spend that railroad money on something that they shouldn't.
They is violating the law. Why I say that, Lincoln? Cincinnati is the king and the home of the potholes.
Well, yes, it is. Well, they claim that they're up and rolling.
You know what I mean? And Lincoln, I heard what you said, brother. You got an award. You know what you should do with that award, Brother Lincoln?
What?
Fight the power for the people. Throw that award in the trash. Why I say that, Lincoln?
Why?
Okay. Where's the award from?
It's from Housing Opportunities Made Equal. Home.
Our mission is to eliminate unlawful discrimination in housing in the greater Cincinnati area.
Yeah.
That's a damn lie. There's a lot of discrimination going on.
I mean, of course it is, but they're still fighting. They're still. And speaking of that, they had the attorney for the people over at the Evanston was there yesterday.
Yeah,
and she got an award, and she's, she was. I didn't believe. She said she actually saw the eviction notice that the guy got for $1, and she's working with those people over at the Evanston to try to get them together. So
I like that. That's a good thing, Lincoln. That's a good thing, but we still need to bring D.R. Crooked Crockett to justice, Lincoln. Our singers need justice, Lincoln. They stealing dollars. We need to have that prosecutor back on your show and ask her why the hell this man ain't get charged for that crime he done
just be patient. That's all I got to say. Be patient.
Up
be
in
patient.
Cleveland, the lady Dominique got arrested for what? Forgery? Telecommunication?
Yeah. But just be patient.
Records?
Be patient. This guy's going to get his justice. Trust me.
I
mean, the people,
trust me,
the people whose money he took, they'll get justice for this guy doing that. Trust, it's coming. Lincoln, just be patient.
Lincoln, when you say trust me,
you
know what? That's the Lincoln Ware unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Something about to happen.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
But hold on, Lincoln. Let's go back to this. That to eliminate unlawful discrimination in housing in the greater Cincinnati area, right? Home advocates for enforce housing regulation for all protected classes, protecting and promoting stable and integrated communities. Lincoln, they taking black people's properties under receivership. Yeah. They doing people wrong.
Yeah, but are they just flat out taking it, or do they get some violations, or people back taxes they owe and all this stuff? They're going to get you on that stuff, on those property taxes, and that's how they get most of these houses.
Yeah, I understand that, Lincoln, that logic, but Lincoln, it goes back to this. 3CDC gets state funds, county funds, and city funds. The port gets federal funds, state funds, city funds, county funds. If they're getting these funds from different entities, these state houses, county houses, why the hell the people can't get help? They've been paying taxes all their damn life, and they don't get no type of help at all.
Well, you always say there's programs out there. You say they don't know about the program. There's programs out there for them to get money.
Right, Lincoln. The average person don't know nothing about these programs, Lincoln. They don't come on your show and say, come to these programs. We're going to help you out county, state level. We're going to help you with these grants. But watch this. You got our own community leaders stealing grant money from the other black business owners. You know what I mean? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
And it's alleged. Nobody's been arrested or anything. Whatever you're saying is alleged, but go ahead.
Okay, alleged, unbelievable. We're going to use your word, unbelievable, allegedly. Lincoln, watch this. The community builders applied for a $200,000 grant, and they got it from Home Base. Okay. Home Base is an organization that give out grants to these small businesses, black districts, right? So all of a sudden, you got so-called people supposed to be helping these black businesses keep their building open and afloat, and all of a sudden, They getting interest off the grant money, a free grant. That's what they've been doing for many years, Lincoln. So we really got to wake up, Lincoln. And I like how Mr. Steve Reef always come on a long time ago. He used to come on and say, we go to their churches, we go to their football game, their baseball game, and they still playing black people. They celebrating the sport of it, but they ain't celebrating black people accomplishments of what they doing in life, Lincoln. And that's super wrong what they doing, how they playing black people. We can go watch football, baseball, basketball, but damn well they can't help the black community of what's going on, Lincoln. And it's sad, it's sickening, brother. But anyway, Lincoln, it's always good to hear your voice, brother Lincoln. Don't drink too much Crown Royal over the weekend, brother.
All right.
It's going to be unbelievable if you do.
Thanks for your call.
You can do it.
Thanks for your call. Unbelievable.
Before we go to break, can we do another giveaway?
I think we
Since
can.
We're doubling up here.
Okay. I've got a pair of tickets to give away to the Cincinnati Music Festival. And that's going to take place July 23rd through July 25th at Paycor Stadium, the home that Mike Brown built. Yes. You'll get to see people like Charlie Wilson, Tyrese, Mary J. Blige, Trey Songz, Dougie Fresh, and more. If you want tickets to go to the Cincinnati Music Festival this coming July, be caller number 6 at 749-1230. Caller 6, the tickets are yours. You're caller 1, looking for number 6. You're caller 2, I'm looking for 6. You're caller 3, I'm looking for caller number 6. You're caller 4, I'm looking for 6. Sorry about your luck. And here we go. You're caller 5, I'm looking for 6. You are caller number 6. What's your name?
Terry Williams.
Terry Williams. Congratulations. You now have a pair of tickets to go to the Cincinnati Music Festival. So you better get your wife or your date together for the festival. How about that?
Great. No problem.
Okay. What part of town you calling from?
North College Hill.
North College Hill, NCH. All right. What station just made you a winner?
1230 The Buzz.
All right. Hold on. There you go. Notice I said wife or, your girl, whichever. If he's married, his wife. If he's not married, his girlfriend. So you can cover both bases. All right. Let's take a break, and we'll come back. 1230, The Buzz.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships?
I have not seen Shannon, Sister Francis' granddaughter, and I don't know when. I have not seen her in a long time. Nowadays, I saw a real tall black high schooler. I knew she was a young teenager. She was real tall. And I just said, basketball or volleyball? That's what you say, because they're playing one of those sports. And she was playing volleyball. Yeah, I said, basketball or volleyball? Volleyball. Hello? Yes. Oh, yeah. How you doing? I know. It has been. Yeah, I want to get that fence stain. It might have to be. I mean, it didn't look like it, but I never touched it. I don't know.
Our community deserves fairness, integrity, and a judge who will always do what's right. With years of legal experience, I've built my career on listening, leading with respect, and upholding the law. Now I'm ready to serve, delivering the kind of justice you can trust. Bill Gallagher for judge, the change we need. I'm asking for your vote on Election Day, paid for by the committee to elect Bill Gallagher.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
I guess I called AA because alcohol didn't work anymore. Drinking used to give me a sense of meaning in life. I called AA not knowing what to expect. Certainly not cheerfulness, but that's what I got. People had humor. They seemed to be at ease. I hung around. Now I feel much more comfortable with myself and the people around me. Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
.30 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And we got a couple of more. We got more tickets to give away to Gladys Knight and more tickets to give away to the Cincinnati Music Festival between now and noon. All right, let's go to Suitcase. Suitcase, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there. What's going on down in Florida? You guys legislation, you're just going to legislate DEI out of existence, it looks like.
Yeah, they still have a couple of laws from the slave time still on the books in Florida.
Oh, boy.
And that's nothing new. If you go back and look at Jeb Bush when he was in the governor's office, I don't remember if you remember Florida State when they used to run out with the Seminole on the field and the guy on the horse. Well, they stopped that because they didn't want to give blacks who were tied to Indian tribes free schooling. So what they did is they said in order to give Indians the free schools and stuff in the state of Florida, we're going to take away the black, not entitled to blacks Seminoles, because that's what's around this area in Tallahassee and Panama City. In order to defranchise them, we're going to stop the Florida State guy from running on the field because he represents the black Seminoles. So we stopped that, and then they rewrote the way they do Indians in here so that blacks would be entitled to that. So that's why you don't see the Seminole guy on the horse anymore painted because
Now, let me ask you
that
this. Didn't some of those tribes down there have blacks as slaves? Some of the tribes, blacks lived with them, but some of them had slaves.
Well, I'm not sure about that part of it, but I just know that when Jeb Bush was in office, he rewrote it to allow the blacks that was around the Tallahassee area not to be entitled to that, and that's the reason why they stopped the Florida State Seminole, because he used to paint himself as a colored Indian running on the field, so they wanted to stop that entitlement to black folks. So it's nothing new that Florida government has always been trying to disable black folks and entitlement to any kind of taxpayer refund. So that's nothing new.
All right. Well, I tell you, that Florida, that's MAGA country down there, it seems like.
It is, and it does a lot for us for stuff. So, Rick Scott, which is used to be our governor of state Florida, he's trying to get into that president's slot behind Trump, and he's worse than Trump, because I don't know if you remember, but Rick Scott is the one that used to was president of Columbia hospitals, went belly up, and he was the one that stole the money. Oh, boy. And he paid to keep from going to jail. Him and his cronies paid the federal government. So he's worse than Trump. We think Trump is something. Rick Scott get in, we'll definitely be back to in the fields and picking cotton and everything else. So we definitely don't want him out.
All right, Mustafa. Suitcase. I got to move along, but appreciate your call. All right, let's take a break and then we'll come back. We've got Joan, Mustafa, and Ed holding on. Suitcase's line is available from Florida. Yeah. And his line is available if you want to jump on that real quick. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. 1230, The Buzz.
1230 The Buzz wants you to buy Black 513. Black Americans have over $1 trillion.
The IRS. It's that is. Oh, boy. Well, that Usher Chris Brown tour, they added 7 extra stadium shows in existing U.S. cities, extending the run to December 12th. They are selling out. They had to add extra dates.
I'm telling you, man, those girls are going crazy over that concert. And then they pay a little extra. I forgot how much money they pay, but, the pose with Chris Brown.
Really?
Yeah, they pay, I don't know, $500 or $1,000 or something just to pose with him,
That's crazy.
And they do all kinds of stuff, Lincoln. Kissing, and these girls are married. They got boyfriends, and the boyfriends are just mad,
Oh, boy.
But they don't care. These girls don't care these days.
Oh, man. That is crazy. Man, what's the guy's name? Wembanyama? What's the guy from San Antonio? Is he okay now? He fell flat on his face. Got a concussion, and they lost the game the other night. He fell flat on his face. Because, you talk about somebody 7'4". Once he started falling, there was no stop.
Timber!
Right. And he just fell, boom, flat on it. He stayed down, too. He didn't move for a long time. And they say he's got a concussion.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable. Wembanyama. Okay. Come to think of it, I think I like the top one better than the other ones. No, I was talking to a guy. He'd go stain my fence, and he sent me some colors of the stain. No.
BuzzCincy.com.
.30 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's Lincoln Ware. It is Thursday. You know what that means. It's Freeside Thursday at the Dukester. What's cooking over at the Dukester?
Hey, good morning to you, Lincoln, and happy Freeside Thursday, Buzz. Listen, got a great menu for you today. But first, I want to remind you that there are lots of black businesses closing up every day, some in your neighborhood. And the biggest reason is because we as black people choose not to support them. Maybe it's hereditary, or we just don't understand how important it is for one's survival in the black community. That's why we should shop black first, last, and in between. Like a mine, it's a terrible resource to waste. Now, Lincoln, on the Dukester's menu today is our Salisbury steak meal with mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans, along with our tender red tips, baked beans, and potato salad. But if you want to try something different, come on by for our down-home chicken and rice with a nice tossed salad and a fresh croissant roll. Now, my pick for today, Lincoln, is our baked or deep-fried codfish with macaroni and cheese and fried apples. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk at you later, Lincoln.
All right, that's the Dukester right there in the Summit Plaza on Reading Road. Check him out. All right, 513-749-1230. We've got Mustafa, Joan, JB, Ed, and Twin all holding on. Mustafa, what's going on?
Hey, interesting. The Dukes mentioned black business closing.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. I try to support businesses I favor, whether they be black or white, depending on the goods and services I'm looking for.
Yes.
Let me speak on Fiji for a moment, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I'm in leadership, and we take a hit. I can't pinpoint what the police chief did or didn't do, but what I'll say is this. Crime in cities the size of Cincinnati are going to happen. And there's absolutely nothing a police chief can do to prevent it. It appears, though, anybody get put in that position is hired to be fired. Hired to be fired, man. It's sad. I don't know her, but I know the position. I know leadership. And leadership, man, take a pummeling. When I look at Steve Kerr, all he did for Golden State, they're talking about firing him. The man went to 7 championships, won 4.
Yeah.
No, I think he went to 6, won 4. It appears you're only as good as what you can produce. Was Fiji non-productive? I don't think she was. Crime happened on her watch. You do the best you can to solve it. Mm-hmm. But I tell you this, as long as we have marginalized communities and poor people, you're going to have people committing crimes. Some things you can't get around.
Yeah.
Domestic disputes. Police chiefs can do nothing about that. Collectively, as a community, We have to help marginalized communities, give people opportunities to excel. Because when you look at Asian and Indian communities and who's in jail, they don't go to jail because they maintain the highest median per capita income.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that, you won't be going to jail, and the chances are very, very low you will be committing crime unless there's some form of fraud or theft. You're trying to get more. So we as a community have to look at the reasons why. In my opinion, she was a good police chief. She was only there just under 3 years. And it's unfortunate, man. It truly is.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Mustafa. Got to run.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your call. Apparently, they're doing something right in Memphis, Tennessee. A law enforcement expert says Memphis' dramatic drop in violent crime is a blueprint for other cities across the nation. Memphis had a staggering 40% violent crime drop, and they say it's a blueprint for other cities. Overall, violent crime dropped 40% from 2025 to 2026. Aggravated assaults dropped 28%. Arson, 33%. Burglary, 28%. Homicide, 36%. Larceny, 39%. This is happening in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is absolutely a blueprint for other cities around the nation. The National Police Association spokesperson said, when you look at the level of cooperation between state, local, and federal law enforcement, and you combine that with prosecutors who are involved and judges who are willing to follow along, that is something that every large crime-ridden city in the nation should take a look at.
I heard it was bad in Memphis. I heard it was terrible there.
Well, they've turned it around.
That's good.
And apparently, we were trying to do something like that with the state, and got the county involved, the state involved, and the feds. We even looked for some help from the feds, and so I hope City Hall is listening. Check with Memphis, Tennessee. It probably wouldn't cost you any money. With these programs these other people have, it's going to cost you $1 million for my program. It's going to cost you $2 million for my program. This might be free. Call the mayor of Memphis and say, what the hell are you doing down there? Why is crime dropping so much? And they'll tell you. It's all working together. City, state, county, feds, we're all working together. So they might be onto something. And I don't think we were using as much as the state's help as that was there. They kind of shunned away from getting help from the state patrol. And I agree, there's only so much the state patrol are trained for. They're not really trained for inner city type police work. But there's still some things they can do to cut down on crime. And maybe the city should look at Memphis, Tennessee. Maybe the interim chief can look into what they're doing in the blue city of Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Joan, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Lincoln?
Pretty good. What's up?
I want to just address the firing of the chief.
Yes.
When we talked last week, I said $50,000 to the first law firm. You said 40. But let me give you the exact breakdown, okay? From October 25 to December 31st, 2025, they paid the first law firm $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then they extended again to February 28th, 2025. And then they paid them $9,000, all right? Now, that's $49,000. Now, from March 28th, 2026, until now, we've paid the second law firm $50,000, all right? Now, the total of what we have paid for legal advice to the city manager, it has been altogether the city we have lost $226,000. And how I arrive at that is $49,000 to the first law firm, $50,000 to the second law firm. From the time DG was laid on put on administrative leave from October to present, we paid her $101,500, and we paid the interim chief $25,500 because his salary went from $149 to $190. So you only have to take a part of that 50 and it increased to 51. So you take part of that, and that's how it arrived at 25,000.
Were you ever a math teacher, Joan? Were you ever a math teacher?
No, reason why I'm bringing this out because some people seem to think like that. What's his name? That call all the time and give you requests.
Bill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He made a statement yesterday that I was so upset by him saying.
What did my good friend Bill say yesterday, Joan?
That the city is doing a fantastic job and we need to shut the H up.
Really?
Yes, that's what he said.
Whoa.
And what made me upset, I don't know if he owned property or not or whatever, but what he has to understand, people like me, I have to come up with over $10,000 every 6 months to pay my taxes just for property.
Mm-hmm.
Property taxes.
Yeah, but you got a lot of property and you got a lot of tenants. You got tenants that helping you pay that.
No. I have one tenant in my building. The only reason why I did that because all of the revenue I have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So I have to really,
Why don't you get more tenants?
Lincoln, because of tax purposes, and I have to run it down, and I don't have enough time to run it down. Some people say, well, that's stupid not to have enough tenants. But every time when I have tenants, I got to claim that income. Right? Income, all the income I have, it put me in a higher tax bracket, and I have to pay all of them taxes on property.
Okay.
And then what makes me upset, because I only have say to vote only in where I live. I have property like in Springfield Township. When they want to put a levy on there, I can't vote against it or nothing. I can't do it. Okay. And then another thing I want to just address right quick is the school levy.
Yeah.
Now we just passed a levy in November the 4th, 2025 to be exact. Now they're turning around want us to pass another one. And what I'm saying to everyone, if you're upset about your property tax, every time you approve a levy, you're voting yourself out of your home.
Well, I mean, what if the school needs a levy? You want your kids to be able to go to school and get the right education.
And I understand
sometimes
you
got to pass a school levy. You got to do it sometimes.
Lincoln, all of us needs to do this because they can't keep coming to the property owners and expect to put these levies on. They need to address the state legislature. They are the ones that causing the harm.
They are the ones. You're right.
Schools. And not only that, at the local level, our city council, when they give all of these abatements, the school has lost over $81 million because of those abatements.
Yes.
So you have to look at the whole,
but
all of it.
Okay, but when those abatements are over, then don't the schools recoup that money when those 15 years are up and they start paying regular tax?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
all I know how much they have lost so far.
So
evidently they're not because they're having to come to us all the time to keep putting on levies.
Well, this latest levy is a renewal, I do think. So you're already paying that.
I don't know if it is. The last one was, but what renewals are, we just don't get rid of it.
Yeah.
We keep paying it.
Yes.
It never goes away. So all it does is keep going and going and going. And when we passed that other one in November, we're always passing for teachers and the preschools and this sort of thing. And what really bothers me, how is the schools are going to say they have to, they have a deficit and they have to make cuts and they cut teachers.
Yeah.
How do you educate the kids if you cutting teachers?
You're right. Joan, I got to run.
Sense.
But Joan, are you married, Joan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I was just wondering.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You know my husband.
I do. Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But you know what? And there's a lot of things else I want to say, but he threatened me not to say it on the air. All right? Because there's a lot of things I would love to say, but he threatened me not to say it.
Man.
All right?
Man.
Because it would also bring out the light about a lot of other things that's going on around the city, what is not happening, and all of this kind of stuff.
And he said, I guess he said, I don't want that heat on me. I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke on us, Joan. Shut your mouth.
But look, Lincoln, what I'm just saying, look, when someone like Cheryl Long, if she was doing her job, honest to God, we wouldn't have been in this mess.
Oh, boy.
If she was
So
really
you don't
doing
think
her
she's
job,
doing her job?
I would have been praising her, for real.
Boy.
And our city council as well. Of course, they're not going to talk bad of her, you know, because they're supposed to work with the city manager.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're not going to say she's not doing a good
Well,
job.
believe me, if they were Republicans, they would. If there were some Republicans on council now, they would be dogging her out. I'm telling you.
Well, I doubt it. But what I'm saying, we people need to understand we're getting the short end of the stick. And when we don't stand up for ourselves, speak up, and use the power that we have, and the way we change all this, people, I keep saying, through initiatives, petition, and referendums, we can change things just like that under the Ohio Constitution about how they are not funding our schools. All we have to do is do an amendment and say how we want them to do it.
Well, that might come up. All right, Joan, I got to run, but at some point you got to disobey your husband and give us the real tea.
I
give
do.
us the
That's
real
the reason
tea.
why I call still now. All right? I just don't address certain things.
Okay, Joan.
All right?
Thanks for your call.
All right.
All right. Boy, I know her husband has a hard time controlling Joan. Oh,
Joan
man.
said to shut up.
That's what she told him when he said, don't say that. Shut up. Let's take a break. We'll come back. 1230, The Buzz.
Every weekday, 1230 The Buzz has you covered. Let's go with news.
Woo!
That Joan always brings the heat, boy.
She brings it.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for her husband.
I love what she calls it.
Man, I feel sorry for him. Man. Because she rolls those numbers out there. She got every penny that they spent now. And then he got 25 more thousand when he came. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Unbelievable.
She wanted to choke Bill.
I know it. I wanted to choke him. He said they were doing a good job. I know. She said, I know her husband. I wonder, who is he? And she won't tell. She won't tell.
Look for somebody with a black eye.
Woo! She won't tell me who he is.
And then when you say, what happened to you? He gonna look at her. Nothing.
He probably say, I don't want them to know that I'm married to you. Don't you say this. Don't you bring no heat. I don't want that smoke on us. You can't say that. Joan is no filter and all chaser. Joan's husband just hands her check over to her when he gets paid. Happy wife, happy life. What's up, Reese Mooney? Your daughter getting a lot of heat today, Reese. I know you've been instructed not to say anything, but joy to all and peace and love. That's all he ever says. She has instructed him not to say a damn thing. I understand, Reese. Tell your daughter I said hi. I don't give a damn whether it's a renewal or not. We will vote no on the school request for this or any money. I urge. Come on, Dinar. The kids need books. Kids need books. Man, those people who run the garage, they need to put a lock on those dumpsters. Because those people from across the street, they're using it as their own rumpke. They're going to have to put some locks on that garbage can.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have security come and unlock it on garbage day, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. Unlock it the morning of the garbage day. But leaving that thing, you come Monday, cleaning out their apartments and dumping all that stuff, walking it across the street, putting it in the can. That's crazy. Putting it in that big dumpster. You see everything in there. TVs and all kind of stuff in there. I'm like, what in the hell? And then if there's not enough room, they just put it on the side.
Yeah.
Dang.
Reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Don't leave us in the car. Take us with you. Go to your favorite app store, search WDBZ, and download the Buzz app today.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And looks like Corvette Ed is up. Ed, how you doing? Ed.
Hey, I'm doing real well. Lincoln, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, hanging in. What's going on?
Lincoln, you ought to quit it. I'm telling you. Now, you know as well as I do that the city manager, it serves at the pleasure
of the mayor.
Of the mayor.
Yes.
And can you imagine a situation where she would go into the mayor's office and say, "Hey, look, I think I need to fire the police chief," and he would say, "Well, I don't really think so. I don't think that's the way it should go." How do you think that would go?
Yeah. She wouldn't fire if he said no. Yeah, but I mean,
don't tell me.
You know, why does he lie? Why does he lie to us? Why does he lie to us every month he comes in? When I ask him, did he have anything to do with it? He said that's all in the city manager's hand. That she's handling that.
Yeah, I heard him say that to you.
Yeah,
I don't believe it. How in the world could he say that and continue to say it?
Yeah,
it's just not true. And he needs to own up to it. That's his job. I mean, he should own up to the responsibility of having been involved with that, and at least to the degree that he agrees with the decision and why.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems to be the way it is. But I just thought I'd let you know on that. So you're correct on that, no question about it. I have a tip for you. I don't know whether you are familiar with this or not, but there's a TV series that's on you need to check out. It's called On, that's O-N, 10, T-E-N.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of that?
No. What is it about and what channel, what station?
It's on Tubi.
Okay, Tubi. Okay.
Tubi.
Yep.
But it is, it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, you'll like it.
Okay.
It's only one season up so far, and it's 6 episodes to that season.
What's the name of it again?
On, O-N.
Okay.
10.
On 10. On 10. Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
You let me know. Okay.
All right. And whenever you want to let me sort of, blow that engine out, give it, blow all that carbon out of that vet, let me know. And I'll take it up 75 and blow it out for you.
It's something else, man. It really is.
I know it is.
Tremendous.
All right, Ed. Thanks for your call. All right. Yeah, man, I see this big Corvette sitting at the Dukesters parking lot. I'm like, man, look at that. And lo and behold, it belongs to Ed.
What year is it?
It's, it looks like at least a 20, it looks like it's new, but it may be, I mean, they didn't change much. It could be a 22, 23, 24, or 25, pretty much. I don't know. He'll tell us the next time he calls in. but that's his retirement car. He's got that bet, man, looking smooth. All right, we've got news coming up. JB, Twin, and Brother Leroy. I saw somewhere where they were giving FEMA millions of dollars. And I thought about Brother Leroy when I saw that news story. Unbelievable. Let's take a break. We'll come back. 12:30, The Buzz.
WDBZ, Cincinnati, 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
A suspect is in custody after an overnight stabbing incident in Evanston. The incident happened shortly after midnight at a location on Holloway Court. The victim was last reported hospitalized in stable condition. Police are investigating a Wednesday shooting in Avondale. Reports say that a man shot at a location on Reading Road showed up at a local hospital for care a little after 5:30. The victim's injuries are described as non-life-threatening. A man charged in the stabbing of a Butler County Sheriff's deputy is pleading guilty. The incident happened February 5th in Madison Township. Reports say that Philip Lovely set fire to a car and that while the deputy was directing traffic around the scene, Lovely came up behind him and said, "This is your unlucky day," and stabbed the officer in the back. Lovely has pleaded guilty to charges, including attempted aggravated murder, and will be sentenced at a later date. Bond is being set at $1 million for a Claremont County man accused of raping young girls. Prosecutors say there were 2 victims and that they were between the ages of 12 and 14 when the abuse started. John Varney is accused of raping his victims multiple times in his home. I'm Heather Pasco, and 1230, The Buzz.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz, your official talk station.
It is official, you understand me?
12:30 WDBZ. It's the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And I remember hearing something about it, but I forgot. Angel Reese goes to the Atlanta Dream now. So that was a big trade. Angel Reese. Now, what are they going to do with, what's her name that was captured by the Russians? She was playing for Atlanta, but she was playing in a backup role anyway. But it's going to be some real tough games this upcoming season with the WNBA. I can't wait for that league to start. Man, they'll be starting up pretty soon, I think. Yeah. Angel Reese, WNBA star, LSU national champion, Bayou Barbie, and Caitlin Clark, rival. The Bayou Barbie, they call her. Unbelievable. Oh, boy. All right, let's move along. Let's go to JB. JB, hit me.
Hey, what do you say, Mr. Ware? How you doing today?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I like to know, what are they going to do about all this crime that's going on in Walnut Hills, Evanston, and downtown? They're all connected, aren't they?
Say that again. What are they going to do about what now?
What are they doing about the crimes that's happening in Walnut Hills, downtown, and Evanston?
Well, I do believe they're all connected, and they have these little young gangs around there. I asked the Hamilton County Juvenile Court judge, and she said that they have little gangs, but they're not loyal. You know, like they would be, like Twin would be loyal to his gang in Chicago. You know, they're not loyal, and but they do have little gangs out there, and it could be related. Some of this crime could be, from one neighborhood to the next. Yes.
I just wondered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. JB, you have a great day.
I'm going to try.
All right. Let's go to Twin. Twin!
What's up, man?
What's going on, mate?
I can't call it, man. Hey, shout out to, remember that kid that was missing for 2 years or whatever in Avondale?
I don't remember.
15-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that he got killed? They called him.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did hear something about that.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy, Stephon, for keeping us on the community news. Lincoln. Hey, I want you to... Yeah, he doing his best, T. Hey, Lincoln.
Yes.
I want you to keep that same energy when that mayor come in there.
Okay.
You talk a good game. You telling us everything how you feel about him.
Okay.
But I want you to keep that same. Oh, you saying okay, but I'm honest on my mom. I'm honest about this. What I'm saying.
I always keep the same energy.
No, you don't.
I always keep the same energy.
Man, you flip the script every time, man. Come on, man.
Please.
You look that man in his face like he tell you do, like he say, just like dude did Shannon Sharp. You look that man and he look in your face and he tell you, I wish you would. Lincoln, I don't agree.
He said, look me in the face. Look at me when I tell you this. He wanted me. He wanted this.
You know that song.
He wanted me.
That song.
Wait, he wanted me to see how sincere he was when he was telling me. That's why he said, "Look at me," and then he said it. He wanted me to see that he was sincere.
No, he knows if you say "get out your body," he got you.
Oh.
That's what he was looking. I don't care what you say, man. Quit pump faking on here, Lincoln. Be honest.
What does get out your body? What does get out your body mean?
Mean you act up, crash out if you want to.
Oh, please.
You don't know the slogan, man. So you need to come around your people, man.
No.
Come around your people and quit get out them birds, man. Come around your people and everything. Lincoln,
I don't need to know all that slang talk,
don't worry
that
about
hood
it. But
talk you
talk. But you get paid for Crime Stop and putting people info out there.
Oh.
I hate to be around you if I want to creep on somebody, man. You gonna tell it all.
If you don't get on the list, you won't get on the You won't get on the radio for Crime Stop.
No, you tell everybody. I seen them. Lincoln, nobody wants their info broadcast like that.
It's already too late at that point. It's out there. What are you talking about? You voted. Lincoln, man, it's been messed up, man. Hey, this ain't nothing but a puppy show. A straight puppy show. That city manager could have just ended it all, man. Wasted taxpayer money. You knew what decision you was going to make. They ain't cahoots but
together.
She had to go through the process, but I think it took too long. It took too long to go through that process. I mean, the hiring of, she could have just fired her from the beginning because we're at the same place now. If she had just fired her from the beginning, we had to go through I guess there's a process you have to go through, and she made sure she crossed her T's and dotted her I's with the process of firing the chief this time, because she didn't do that with the fire chief when she fired him, so she didn't want to make the same mistakes twice.
Dotting our I's and crossing her T's, and remember you said earlier the puppet string that was pulled? That's her puppet strings right there.
No.
Mere half flag. That's the puppet string. What you think I should do? See, the whole point of this and the moral to the story, they didn't want to take accountability of it. So what's the blame game to this? Get the chief. He got 30 years in the game. What we gonna lose? Hey, we got this petty old lawsuit, this petty cash putting up in case somebody sue us or something like this. We got this $2 million, $3 million put aside. They know the game, Lincoln. Come on. They knew what was about to take place. You know why? She gonna get her money next year because this is 26 election midterm. They gonna let all this bypass and they gonna get her money next year.
They'll probably settle. And see what
they might.
They're gonna throw a number out there to her. They'll come back with a counter, and then they'll sell. Then I don't think this is going to court. I don't think so.
No, it's not gonna go to. It might not go to court, but if they want to prolong it and everything, it's probably gonna. They'll cash out next year. But it's a waste of time, man. It's really a waste of time. I think who should have the input on this is the FOP and the people that's in the union of the police and fire department.
Well,
who will be the next chief on both ends?
I think they should
That's
look.
how I look at it.
If they want to cut down crime, they should look to Memphis, Tennessee, and see what's going on.
I go to Memphis to the warehouse up there every year. They got a Nike warehouse, and what Memphis did. They got with the task force, and they got a chief up there, which is a lady police, Sharon Davis. So they got with her, and they said, hell with this. We got to stop this. They compromised, came together as one, which Cincinnati should do. See, you got, shout out to Stephon, like I said. He went live down there, I forgot, downtown, somewhere over the Rhine. He went live because you know why? That's when Irish Rolly's about to step up. Man, they giving out bogus tickets, man. When you got crime over here in different areas of Cincinnati, you want to write somebody a ticket, man. A ticket.
Well, what was the ticket for?
Man, probably bogus probably parking and ran out of gas or something like. But anything, Lincoln, they stand in the cut.
They're gonna give you a ticket if you park wrong. They're gonna do that.
Lincoln, they stand in the cut. Like I came through Lockett, Lincoln. well, years ago, they parked in the back. You can't even see them. I probably went over 4 miles per hour. They gave me a ticket, Link. And everything. Come on, man. You giving out tickets, but you over here, they just shot up the block. Somebody just robbed the bank over here at UDL. But you want to give me a ticket? It don't make no sense, man. They
It's
wasting
all
their
a part of
time
the
and
system.
money on everything, man.
Tickets pays bills for the city, and
Man, them your good friends.
that's
You
what you're
always
gonna
go
get.
glaze them all the time.
Look, I'm not glazing one of your terms. I'm not glazing anybody. I'm just telling you.
Man, them your good friends.
The city gets revenue from tickets to the tune of, millions of dollars they bring in from tickets.
Yeah, because the stuff they do, man, they know what they doing, man. Cincinnati just need to get better, man. That's all I'm saying, man. If you get them clowns out City Hall, man, I think this city will progress. Other than that, y'all won't get no World Series or no Super Bowl anymore, man.
All right.
I'm just saying, man.
Thanks
Bye.
for your call, man. Unbelievable. He's crying about a ticket. That's part of city life. If you hang in the city, you park in the city, chances are at some point you're going to get a ticket. You're going to get a ticket at a meter at some point. And the city has given orders to these meter people to be aggressive. Get out there and write those tickets. I believe they have a quota. I wouldn't doubt if they had some type of ticket quota that they have to bring in because, man, they're out there writing tickets like crazy. They walk in teams of 2. They're out there just writing tickets left and right. And it's bringing in cash for the city. Yeah. All right. We need to take do I have time for Brother Leroy? I got time for Brother Leroy. Brother Leroy, the FEMA King, what's going on?
Hey, man, I am going to get, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get on the very same page with you at this point in time, and I'm going to try to stay on the same page with you. What I did was I looked into what you were saying about FEMA being dismissed and all of that.
Yeah.
And so bringing it up to date, what I realized, right, do you realize that President Trump is bringing back a guy named Cameron Hamilton who was fired because he disagreed with the fact that FEMA needed to be gotten rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So President Trump didn't fire him. It was the Department of Homeland Security's whatever.
Gnomes
that fired him. Matter of fact, he I was looking at it. They had to fight before he even went to the congressional hearing or whatever, right?
Okay.
But he's coming back. But the bottom line, he's coming back because he was really saying, no, you don't need to get rid of FEMA. You need to get rid of some of the problems that FEMA has, but don't get rid of FEMA.
And Trump bought that? Trump is buying his what he's saying?
And then at the same time, the new Department of Homeland Security, who replaced NOM, is he's in favor of keeping FEMA. You got to streamline FEMA, but you need to really keep FEMA in place, right? So
they want to leave it. Trump wanted to leave it, put it in the hands of the states and take it out of the feds. He wanted the states to have their own version of FEMA.
That's because he really didn't understand how the process works. You need FEMA because it helps it helps leverage the whole federal armature to deal with a disaster which the state will be overwhelmed with dealing with, right? This is complicated stuff, and again, that's why I don't try to just say people go into FEMA camps. If you don't understand how this process works, you will end up in a FEMA camp, right?
Oh, boy.
And the thing is, but that's really... Again, I'm trying to get on the same page.
But you're saying you might live if you end up in a FEMA camp. That'll increase your chance of living.
You could, for example, Lincoln, for example, if the grid goes down, and now we're in a situation where all these governments are at war, we're at war with stuff going on. We know that governments have the ability to turn off other people's grids. We know that electromagnetic pulses, small nuclear devices can do turn people's grids off, right?
Yeah.
So if that happens, people in Finlay Garden, Wind Terrace, right, they are not ready. The system is not ready right now after 2 or 3 weeks to keep them in their homes.
Yeah.
So therefore, they would need to be sent
Yeah.
somewhere.
If they want to
And the
live,
only-
they would need to go somewhere to a camp.
and if and it will work if you're ready for it. So that's what I'm trying to do with the CERT program, is to get our community ready for things that are going to happen.
Well, you said the grid was going down 6 months after Trump took office, and it's been over a year now, and the grid is still humming along.
I might have been wrong on that one, Lincoln, but Lincoln, I swear to God, I can show you a video that I did in 2018. 2018, when I told you I was doing an event at New Prospect Baptist Church. I swear I can show you a video where I said these folks are coming with shots, and I'm trying to get the information from the Cincinnati Health Collaborative about what they about to do. And I said that in 2018, and I was right. They came with these shots. Okay, so sometimes I could be right, sometimes I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm just a brother in the hood.
I hear you.
I don't get paid for this, trying to do the best that I can.
Well, you should get paid. You should find out a way to get paid for what you do, Brother Leroy.
Well, again, I because I couldn't get any support from the politicians in the way that I did. My last CERT training, a guy gave me the money to get the 501c3 started, and So, brothers and sisters, let me tell you this though.
Why don't you go on the FEMA website and apply for a job with FEMA to get paid?
No, that's not, because I'm really concerned what's going to happen with our community. Again, I started this process out.
Okay, well, hold on, wait. So, where do you get a paycheck from? Who are you working for?
I work for a nursing facility. I work in nursing. That's what I work for. The bottom line is, the reason that I'm so into this, Lincoln, is because the Minister Farrakhan told us in 2010 we needed to learn emergency management. And I have been engrossed in this stuff ever since.
And you're following Farrakhan, and they suspended you. How did that happen? Now, you're following the words of Louis Farrakhan, and then you get suspended from the Muslims.
Well, and actually, don't you cut me off, Lincoln. But actually, I joined Fifth Christian Church in Evanston, where I have an office, and they're really supporting my work with emergency management. Because why did I get suspended? Because the brother called me up on the phone, and his value of Brother Leroy is that Brother Leroy has no value. And brother ministers, local minister, has never sat down and asked me, what do I really understand about this system? So, and that's why I like black leadership.
It just took a phone call, and you was like out. A phone call, and you were out.
Which is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed. That's not how the Nation of Islam works, brother.
Man.
But the brother called me up and suspended me over the phone.
Unbelievable.
Let me say this, because I know my time is short.
That wasn't Brother Darrell, was it? That wasn't Brother Darrell.
No, it was the brother captain that's in charge of the men's class, right? Who did that? But Brother Darrell, as the minister, should have called me up and said, like, hey, you remember, what's going on? What is that about? But
you wait till I see Brother Darrell. I'm going to give Brother Darrell an earful for letting that happen.
No. Brother's doing his job. Brother's is doing his job.
Okay.
Let me say this thing, because I really don't want to.
You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. Brothers and sisters, if you go to my Facebook page, which is Leroy Fisher Shabazz, or Facebook, FEMAP News, CMAP News, you will see a flyer there that's talking about an event that we got on the 2nd of next month, right? Come out, pitch a tent, learn some stuff about being off grid. You can say something. It's just an all-day thing if you look at the flyer. And all the stuff that I'm talking about, I'm going to do a PowerPoint. I'm telling on everybody.
Are they going to spend the night in those tents?
No, it's just some 10 to 6. It's like getting people to actually see what they got to work with.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Make sure they learn how to put a trench around the tent. A trench, in case it rains, the water will have somewhere to go. If you don't put a little ditch around the tent there, you could get the water coming right in. That happened to a bunch of us in boot camp. We pitched a little tent there, and we didn't put the trench around there, and it rained, and yeah.
Do you realize I was a Marine Corps medic? I told you that.
Yes, I think you did.
I told you I was a Marine Corps medic, right? So, but hopefully, Lincoln, we don't get to the point where people got to do tents, right? Because if we use this CERT program, And any of the politicians, right? If they support the CERT program, they're going to be really successful in the future.
Yes. All right. Thanks for your call.
Thank you, Lincoln.
Okay. Whew. Man, he went from a Muslim to now he's in a Christian church.
Oh, wow. He's
Man.
going through some changes. Mr. Ware, before we go to break, I know it's late, but
You want me to give tickets away to
Yes, sir.
the I have one of each, right?
Yes.
Left? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go with the music festival this time. Caller number 11. That's a good number. 11. My birthday number. 11. Caller number 11 at 513-749-1230. Caller 11. I'll give you a chance to get to win tickets to the Cincinnati Music Festival. Oh, yeah. Charlie Wilson. Mary J. Dougie Fresh. Trey Songz. Tyrese. And a whole lot more. Caller number 11. You're caller 1? I'm looking for 11. You're caller 2? Looking for 11. You're caller 3? Looking for 11. You're caller 4? Looking for 11. You're caller 5? You're caller 6? Sorry about your luck. You're caller 7? You're caller 8? I'm looking for 11. You're caller 9? Looking for 11. You're caller 10? So close. So close. Hey, guess what?
Yes.
You're caller 11.
Hey, give me the tickets, Lincoln.
What's your name?
My name is Yolanda.
Are you at work, Yolanda?
I'm at work. I can't hear you. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear. There's a lot of noise going on where you work. I'll keep this
I
short.
work at a factory in Blue Ash.
Factory in Blue Ash. What station just made you a winner?
12:30 to 4.
Okay, hold on. Oh, my God. Where the hell does she work? A factory in Blue Ash.
yeah, working
Man.
hard apparently.
Jeez, I tell you, you never know where people are listening to the Lincoln Ware Show. Everywhere they're listening. Let's take a break. We'll come back 12:30, The Buzz.
It's time to take your listening experience to the next level with 1230 The Buzz.
Oh, my God. It was loud as hell. I know. I know. My God. Oh, boy. Jeez. She's still there? She's still there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Does she work at a noise factory? I don't know, but it was loud as hell. Was a lot of noise. I don't know what they were making at that factory, but it was loud as hell. Yeah, she was working hard. I'm not on YouTube. I'm still on Facebook. I guess I have to go see how that looks. Yeah, let me go see the YouTube comments. Okay, where am I here? Okay. Lincoln Project. God, jeez. Oh, geez. All right.
I support Bill Gallagher for judge. Bill Gallagher for judge. The change we need.
Paid for by the committee to elect Bill Gallagher.
Giving voice to the community. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station.
.1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you until, about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And what's coming up at 1, it's Shopton. Keeping it real. And he always keeps it real. We're talking the city manager. We're talking 3CDC taking over Pyatt Park. The city is going to lease Pyatt Park to 3CDC. Yeah. And they're going to do what 3CDC does. They're going to fix it up. They're going to fix it up. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to be some type of entertainment space, I'm sure. I don't know what all they're going to do. But they always seem to do the right thing. They always seem to do the right thing. When they get something, they I tell you. So, I don't know. What can you say? What can you say? All right, 513-749-1230. Let's go to Langston. Hey, Langston, what's going on?
My man, Lincoln Ware. How goes it, brother?
I'm hanging in there, Langston. What's on your mind?
Oh, wow. Lots and lots of things, but I'm going to keep it brief. Let's see. The first thing is, one thing throughout this Iran war, which I love, is how they just straight blast him. Every time he gets on TV and lies, they just cook him in real time. And so he'll say, oh, yeah, well, we're going to do this. And they're like, no, you didn't. We haven't talked to you. And it's sad that the people that you consider maybe our challenging adversaries are the ones we kind of like, these guys seem more honest than you are. It's just ridiculous. But the one thing I would close on was our health system. And I've come to the conclusion we are definitely now in a third world country. Have you heard that Mexico is about to install free health care?
Oh, I didn't hear that. Really?
Yes, the president has announced it. I don't know when it comes online, but they're about to initiate free health care. And I'm thinking, with all the technology and all the advances of our great country of 250 years, we still can't figure out how to do health care. Or we can figure it out, but we choose to just gouge everybody for people that want to make money.
I don't know how, at this point, how can we go to free health care now? It's become too expensive for us to do it. If we had jumped in the beginning, we could probably do it, you know?
Well, I think, honestly, we could and again, I that's not my field of expertise, but the fact that we could start with people that are making billions of dollars that don't pay anything in taxes, maybe they need to start being taxed.
Yeah. Well, they always say that, but I don't know.
Rich is richer and the poor is
Right.
poor. But no,
That's true.
honestly, I mean, if Canada can figure it out and all these other countries can figure it out, obviously we can figure it out.
Well, they're doing it, and right here it seems like it's second. It's like that's down on the totem pole, especially with the Trump administration. They never thought of health care as being a priority. I've never heard anything from this president that made health care a priority. You heard it from Obama. He made it a priority. But this administration, they don't care. They're rich enough to pay for whatever hospital they need, and they don't care about the rest. Simple as that.
Absolutely about that. And, it's funny because when you're saying that that's not one of their priorities, neither is education, obviously.
Right.
I mean, when you have the secretary is saying basically they're trying to figure out how to close public-funded schools or our public school systems. And I think even the guy with the horrible voice, RFK, saying that, AI will take over HSS, so he won't have to worry about that. I'm like, what is going on with these crazy people? It's just insane. And honestly, at the end of the day, they're just trying to figure out how can we keep more money in our pockets.
Yep. And people are saying they're getting more back on their tax returns this year. I haven't heard a whole lot of people say that, but maybe so. Maybe so.
Will it matter? Will it matter if these high gas prices and
no,
food
not.
prices
It's
going
to eat it all up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to eat it all up.
Exactly. Well, that's all I got for you, my friend. Hey, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for your call. All right. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. And I tell you, it's just this administration don't care anything about health care in America, let alone they're cutting Medicare. Hey, I hear them always talk, we're going to cut Medicare to pay for the war. You hear that stuff. So does that tell you they care? Hell to the no. They do not care. They do not care about you and your health care. They're cutting the laboratories who are trying to come up with cures and all kind of things. So, hey, this is not good. Trust me. This is not good what this administration is doing when it comes to health care. All right, 513-749-1230. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. It's Lincoln Ware, 1230, The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines. The Tavis Smiley Show.
This is Tavis Smiley.
Kennedy's Capitol Hill Marathon. They don't even want you to get vaccines, let alone health care. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Boy, the city manager wrote a 7-page termination letter. Jeez. Seven pages. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Kids. We can come together to support Children's Cancer Research Fund, a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer that is on the front line of breakthroughs. Because
it's enough already.
Go to childrenscancer.org to join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Did you miss something? Catch the rebroadcast. Do it again. For the full schedule, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
.30 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. But I think Scotty Johnson and some of the other city leaders should look into Memphis, if they haven't already. They may have looked into this already. I'll have to ask Iris Rowley about that, too. But it looks like in Memphis, Tennessee, crime has dropped in 2026 versus 2025. Violent crime down 40%. That's almost half. That's something to look into. If we're concerned about crime on the mean streets of Cincinnati, we should look into it. That is something we should look into. And where's Iris? Where's Scotty? Where's Jan Michelle? Where's Tierra Powell when you need them? Yes. And I think, who was it? I think Tierra Powell went on one of those visits to one of those cities with a program that they claim works to reduce violent crime. I think they need to get on a bus and head to Memphis, Tennessee. Take the whole city council down on a field trip to Memphis and talk to the police chief. Talk to the police chief. They're involving state, local, and federal law enforcement. And they say with the prosecutors who were involved and the judges who were willing to follow along. Now, I wonder, what did they expect from the judges? What was this following along with the judges? What did the judges have to do? What did they have to do? I guess throw out some high bail, keep the criminals off the street until their trial. I'm not sure. but they had everybody on board. And I think we could get everybody on board. I mean, the state has already offered their services. DeWine has already offered services. Like I said, it's only a limited amount of things that the State Patrol can do. But they can help out. They can be of help. We can use their drones and stuff. I don't know. But somebody needs to take a look, and they need to do it fast. Summer is approaching. Summer is approaching. And I do like the fact that 3CDC is taking over Pyatt Park. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with that. And Mike Tomlin, you know, I just never liked Mike Tomlin. I didn't like him as a coach. He just didn't have the right attitude. You know, he just had a certain attitude. Well, now he's going to be on NBC's Sunday night NFL coverage. Yeah. He's going to be, I guess he's replacing the other guy. What was his name? Oh, boy. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Tony Dungy. He's replacing Tony Dungy. And Dungy is out. Tomlin is in. So we'll have to see this Pittsburgh Steeler that owned the Bengals during his time there. Mike Tomlin owned the Bengals. I think it's safe to say that. Don't you think? All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Jay. Hey, Jay, how are you?
I'm good, Lincoln. Thanks for taking my call. You said crime was down in Memphis. If I'm forgetting, wasn't that where the policeman brutally beat this young man?
Yeah. That was like how many years ago? 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But also, now, and I'm like you, I would like to know how they're doing it too. Are they attacking the gun factories, or are people trying to see where all these guns are coming from? They started right there because guns are circulating into the city somehow.
Well,
and that's the biggest problem right there.
In this article, it mainly says that everybody's working together. The police, the judges, the prosecutors, the state, everybody, the federal government, they're all working hand in hand, and I guess it's clamping down on these people, and they can't commit crimes. You got everybody, I don't know whether that's good for the citizens or not.
Well, but and you look at this administration, you look at the guy that pardoned all these guys on when they stormed the Capitol. So they can't be serious about crime. I mean, because you think about it, this bomb done pardoned all of those people on January 6th. So you think about the FOP, all these other guys, they're not serious about crime as long as they support the Republican Party and this administration.
Yeah.
But thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks for your call, Jay. I don't know. I mean, you just don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go to Iris, then Otto. Iris Rowley, how are you today?
Lincoln, can you hold on 10 seconds, please, real quick?
Yes.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Yes. All right.
Why don't we just put on hold? It's almost break time.
Oh, yeah.
And we still have one more prize to give away.
Well, let's give that prize. Let me put Iris on hold, and let's give that prize away. Tickets to the Cincinnati. No, this is Gladys Knight. Tickets to Gladys Knight, September 11th at Taft Theater. If you call her number, let's say Lucky 13. Call in number Lucky 13. If you call her 13, you will win tickets to see Gladys Knight
Oh, and while the callers are calling in,
yes,
Ed called back. He says it's a 2025 Corvette.
Oh, man. Brand new one. Oh, boy, it's slick, too.
Oh, boy.
Man. And the CEO, Ed, get out of that Corvette. I mean, man, that thing is slick inside. It is nice. I tell you. That is a great retirement car for Ed. You better believe it. Man, I'm looking down here on YouTube. I'm seeing some old stuff up here. It says Lincoln Ware awarded the key to the city by Mayor Aftap Peerball. Where was that? What year was that?
I don't know, but we got to get to the winner.
Oh, yeah, we do. I forgot. I'm just looking at, I was looking at YouTube here. It's got me all, Let's go to, that's right. We're taking caller number 13.
There you go, yeah.
You're caller 1, looking for 13. All right. You're caller 2, looking for 13. Sorry about your luck. You're caller 3, looking for 13. You're caller number 4. I'm looking for 13. You're caller 5, looking for 13. You're caller 6, looking for 13. You're caller 7, looking for 13. Sorry about that.
That's Iris Rowley.
Oh, that was Iris. Okay.
Good Lord.
Okay, hold on, Iris. We coming back. Okay, what number did I leave off on?
Forgot.
6. We'll say 6. You're caller 7, looking for 13. You're caller 8, looking for 13. Let's see. You're caller 9, looking for 13. You're caller 10. You're caller 10, looking for 13. You're caller 11, looking for 13. Unbelievable. You're caller 12, looking for 13. Sorry about your luck. Oh, finally, you caller number 13. What's your name?
12, looking for 13.
No, you are caller 13. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, you caller 13. What's your name?
Sylvia.
Well, congratulations, Sylvia. You just won yourself a pair of tickets to see Gladys Knight. How about that?
All right, yes.
Where you calling from, Sylvia?
I'm right now in Avondale, but we're on our way home.
Okay. All right. Well, you're the winner, Sylvia. And who do you have in the car with you?
My husband and my daughter.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, tell them Lincoln Ware says hi. All right. What station just made you a winner?
1230 The Buzz.
All right. Hold on. Yeah, I cut Iris off. I thought she was a caller. You see, everything is blinking, and you got to be careful on what you. Oh boy, it's unbelievable. Let's take a break. We'll come back. 1230 The Buzz.
Hey, y'all, what up? This your boy, Ricky Smiley. I want to drop you an invite to some.
I hung up on Iris. Sorry about your luck. You didn't win the tickets. Oh, boy. Yeah. They had the radio up, and when I said, you caller 13, I'm hearing myself say, you caller 12. Y'all don't realize how confusing that can be. Y'all want to make your little jokes on the chat. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, boy. White Lion is on YouTube. He says Memphis would tell you to get rid of virus Rowley. Oh, boy. Back to Facebook. This sucks. Oh, boy. Well, you better get used to it. That's all I got to say. We're doing both of them now. Pretty soon it's going to be just right here. Oh, what happened? What happened? Okay. Okay. No, I hung up on you a while ago. She hung up again. Okay, Iris is calling back. Okay. All right. Bye. Is that her? Okay, maybe the other one. Nikki Glazer accidentally flashed her underwear on Kelly Ripa. Kelly and Mark. What's up, Nat Turner? You have to type out their name to highlight your response. Okay. Oh, White Lion, you ain't bad, White Lion. Richard Chappelle said White Lion sucks, and then White Lion says, yeah, but you can't whoop him. You can't whoop him, so. Oh, boy. You can reply to each other, but you have to type their name out, I guess, to let them know who you're talking about. This is my first day going on here, looking at this thing. Still, most of the people are still on Facebook, but y'all going to have to come out there in about a week or so. I don't know how long we're going to do both. .30 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock. And let's go to my good friend Iris Rowley. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Lincoln. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. What's going on?
Well, I don't know. I'm listening to conversations around the process of firing DG, and I just want to make sure that everyone understands why Issue 5 in 2001 was critical for us to do and for it to stay in the place where it is. I know that there are people who are attempting to get signatures to put on the ballot to remove how the police chief is hired and or fired. I saw someone put in the comment section, Lincoln, about Chief Blackwell. Blackwell didn't get the same care and thoughtfulness that we saw with DG, and unfortunately she was let go today. But the process of a high-level executive is that it should work well. And if it doesn't, you will hear it. And I'll be the first one to say again that we saw what happened under Washington. We saw the city manager be told by the federal court that he needed to have his due process. Not that the firing of him was inappropriate, but the process. So I appreciate consistency. And that's what we want on the streets for our police, is consistency. So I appreciate the thoughtfulness. And as I listened to her speech today at the press conference, I heard something that I had never heard before. And that was the professional courtesy of stepping down, of which I heard the city manager say that the chief of police asked her to give up the professional courtesy. I said this to you before, Lincoln. I've been around a long time. And I've seen how these things are handled. Yes,
okay,
sir.
wait, hold on. Back up a little bit. So the police chief asked the city manager, could she, as a professional courtesy, could she step down instead of being fired?
No, she asked her, if I'm understanding what the city manager said at the press conference today, that if she did not like how she was being chief, that she would ask her to step down without an investigation or without something written, but to give her that professional courtesy to say, hey, I don't like the direction that you're going. And so she could walk away with her head held high, not sue the city, because that's what's going to cost taxpayers being sued. It's not that the city manager doesn't have the authority to hire or fire. It's the response. Of course, Teresa Fiji should be compensated for all of her time on the force. She will be compensated for that. That is what the DROP program is for. That is what all of the things that they're allowed and afforded to get as city employees. And so she will get all of that that's due to her. But additional monies will come by way of lawsuit if her counsel believes that they want to continue to sue, or she can just walk away. But I wanted us not to confuse and conflate the two things. Issue 5, as we wrote it, because previously we didn't have anyone that could touch a police chief. Stryker was the police chief all while we were having all of this.
And nobody could touch him.
And nobody can touch him. And there are other examples that I'm going to save, because I do feel that there is a debate coming around what is going to be put on the ballot. Lincoln, I know you care about the rollies, and you want to ask me what happened at my house Friday.
I was going to let you say it. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it, but
I don't. I am unnerved by someone coming to my house twice to harm and threaten my family. I'm not going to stop doing the work that I do. We have to put it in the hands of the law. Not that, again, Lincoln, this individual just didn't come once. He came twice in the same evening. And so I'm just saying to us, the seriousness of what has gone down last summer with Iris Rowley and the work and all of the death threats and all of those things, we take this stuff very seriously. But we also love our community. And so to be pushed in this particular way, to try to push my spouse, my children's father, grandfather to our 7 grandkids, and the leader of our business in this particular manner, this is unacceptable, community, and we have to do better at how we disagree, Lincoln, and that's why I refuse to say anything to this individual. I don't even say anything back, no matter how many names.
Is he still in jail? Is he still in jail, or do you know?
From my information, I believe that he is still in jail. I think that there were some other judicial regulations that were bestowed upon him for some other cases, and that he is currently still locked up. Yep.
Oh, boy. Okay. Wow. I know that had to be really unnerving, somebody bamming on your door, yelling out you calling your husband and telling him to come out and all that. It had to be frightening just to hear that.
It is extremely frightening. My 9-year-old granddaughter called me, and she just happened to hear her uncles talking about this. And she is extremely upset about, someone coming to her grandparents' home and her grandma. She knows, the work, and she's heard certain things. And, our grandkids want us to protect ourselves. And I had to explain to her that that is a very high burden. Violence in the black community is something that I don't take lightly. I don't want to participate in.
Yes.
But I don't want to be, bullied and all that kind of jazz. And I don't want people believing that they can come to our home either. So that's what we are, Lincoln. We're going to leave it in the hands of the court right now, and hopefully this individual will get whatever help that they need, and that we take these things seriously and not treat each other.
You do have a restraining order and all that stuff in place, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we do.
Unbelievable. All right. Iris Rowley, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Lincoln. Thank you.
That's Iris Rowley. Boy, I tell you, unbelievable. She got a restraining order. Otto, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know, Lincoln. I'm sorry to get by Iris Rowley, but man, look, you're my guy, man. Believe Mike Tomlin alone. That's my coach, man. He won his first Super Bowl ring as a defensive coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He served 19 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and in 2009, he won his first Super Bowl against the Arizona Cardinals. Leave him alone. So you guys get one ring. He might give you a seat at the little table.
He owned the Bengals, and I don't like Mike Tomlin. All right, Otto, thanks for your call. That's going to do it for me. Shopkins. Next, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10, 12:30. The Buzz.
12:30 a.m. WDBZ Cincinnati, a Radio 1 station. Online at thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz.
All right. Yeah, it was LG. Yeah, it was LG. Yes. It was LG who came there and allegedly he was intoxicated. You know, you would have to be to do that. He came twice. Man. Okay, one time they didn't open the door, and then he came back for more. And that's when they called the police. And then he was yelling at the police. And they arrested him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, folks, I got to go. And we will see you tomorrow. I have more tickets to the music festival and Gladys Night. I'll be in the studio tomorrow, so I won't get any bacon.
Oh, my heart just goes out to you, Mr. Ware.
No bacon.
I tell you.
No bacon. No bacon at all. How about that?
The sacrifices you make.
Sacrifice.
I tell you.
Maybe I'll just have her fix me some bacon and bring it in. I don't know.
Boy.
I don't know.
Yeah. It might get cold, and
yeah,
you don't want to reheat it in the microwave.
Yeah, that's right. I could warm it up in the microwave, but that's all right. I'll just eat brunch tomorrow when I get home. I'll have a late brunch. How about that? Unbelievable.
Don't sound too happy about it.
All right, folks, I'm out. Bye, ya.
Talk empowers and becomes active. And you can call in today. This is Policy Walk Day. Every Thursday we go through policy, and certainly with the voting